It's so good. I shouldn't have to free. All right, let me turn it down. I know that's Drake singing that song, but ladies, hey, that's the type of mentality you need to walk around in this life with. You think it's free? You think it's free? You think this coochie is free? Y'all want to blame women for, stuff being transactional these days, but y'all started it. Last time I checked, history has proven that you couldn't even get a woman unless you had 14 acres and a mule. Okay, so let's not. I think men are just mad that the transactions is starting to fall a little more in the women's favor, or not as heavily on the men's side. We ain't like our grannies that y'all keep trying to ask us to be like. Our grannies where they just let y'all get away with stuff with nothing in return, and it's got the men heated. Okay, shout out to the 4B movement. I honestly might do a video on that, you guys, the 4B movement, because I'm starting to see more TikToks about it and things like that. And obviously the studies is showing, the numbers is showing that babies ain't being made. Okay, the women is tired. It is tired. But what's up, you guys? Your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm just out running errands. I'm about to go over here to this little smoky smoke shop and then pick up some things. I'm also a little thirsty and hungry, so I might go and get me like a little slushy or something like that, because it's a little toasty today. And I'm glad I didn't put on my long sleeve stuff, because I was about to, because your girl is naturally cold-blooded. I'm anemic, so your girl got low iron. But yeah, no, short sleeves it is. But I appreciate everybody who's tuning in. Y'all know what it is. I get in the car, we shoot the shit, okay, and talk about everything that's happening in the headlines. I missed a few things. It's not like it's been a whole bunch, but it's been like some stuff we can get into, okay? So yeah, let's go ahead and knock the first one out. It's a little short story. Miss Get It Sexy. Hey, Get It Sexy, all ratchet, okay? Ratchet is the only word to explain it. I just want to do hood ratchet for my friends. And that's Miss Sexy Red. And nobody, for the most part, everybody understands. Yes, these kids out here is ratchets and degenerates these days, okay? Thanks to social media, that has become the new, popular wave, taking the urban route, let's put it that way. But I think there definitely is a level of boundaries that adults need to have, especially y'all talk about, oh my God, you understand that you're gonna be like a representation. It's up to you adults to handle that. And so if y'all didn't hear, Sexy Red was invited to a high school. All right, sorry y'all, your girl's back. I went in there to make a quick purchase, and the damn camera shut off before I went in. Can y'all see? I'm trying to see if y'all can. I guess that's all right. But yeah, made my little purchase. I got me a new little pen because, speaking of the story with Sexy Red, like, when you get grown, you gotta try to smoke your marijuana with a little more etiquette, man. Like, come on, Sexy Red. You can't show up to the goddamn high school smelling like loud, smelling like ganja. And so that's what we was talking about before we went in. I try to, if I keep a little pen on me or a little gummy, that's the way you're supposed to go. But girl, you went in there smelling like straight OG perk granddaddy, okay? And you cannot do that. And so she got on social media, y'all, mad as all hell, talking about, oh, I was trying to go to the school and give the kid the word of the day, and them bitches wouldn't even let me in. And so she called herself being sneaky, going to, I guess, outside the school property and meeting the kids anyway. But the big thing for a lot of people is like, who on the student staff said, you know what is going to help our young, sexually active, teenagers, raging hormones better is inviting Sexy Red to come and give them the word, as she said. What? Who does that? Like, who? It's not making any sense, like, at all. Sorry, I'm on this bumpy road and it's making this camera dip down. So yeah, that just was like straight bonkers to me. It was straight bonkers. So yeah, you guys, Sexxy Red, she got upset, but girl, you gonna have to fight that another day, because at the, you gotta come with some type of, decorum, as my grandma used to say, a little more couth about yourself. And when you come from the hood, sometimes it's hard to drop those hood ways, because people convince you that, oh, if you leave the hood and start, maybe changing the way you act or elevating, that means you like got all bougie all of a sudden, or you turned your back on the hood. And it's like, no, it's called maturing, it's called growing, it's called growth. Okay, yeah, okay, I came on a good day. Okay, Taco Bell, I was wanting to try new freeze, and I was hoping they had the strawberry lemonade, but y'all, they got the dragon fruit I'm gonna try. So I'm just hungry too.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's good to hear. I'll take your order whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you. All right, hold on, y'all, just a second. All right, y'all, sorry, I'm back. My purchase, Taco Bell dragon fruit freeze, it's so pretty. And when I tell you this is good, it's good, because it is toasty today. I just need some liquor. I know I ain't the only one. When you taste a juice or like a slushy or something that tastes good, the first thing you think is, ooh, this would be good with some liquor. I swear I'm not an alcoholic. I swear I'm not, okay? I just got, a nice palate is all I'm trying to say. But yeah, we were talking about Sexxy Red. Long story short, y'all, Sexxy Red, get yours together, because Glorilla, she out here, she was hood, ratchet, fantabulous. And you can see that she's, elevating herself. Her EP just dropped. She over there beefing with JT. But, let me pass this truck, because he going a little too slow for my liking. But yeah, Glorilla, she's on her elevating thing. And, it's not too much to ask of you to not show up to a high school smelling like weed. I'm sorry. But next topic, y'all. Speaking of inappropriate behavior, if y'all ain't heard, Christian Combs, he done joined the investigation, y'all. He over there with his daddy, having to handle lawsuits and such, allegedly. It's been reported that Cassie is working with the feds real heavy, okay, to get this situation, up and running when it comes to the cases like against Diddy. Not only Diddy, the names is about to start flying. The names is about to start flying. And all you niggas who was at the parties doing the dirt with him, y'all over there anxious, nervous, biting off all y'all fingernails and toenails, because not only did you watch the misbehavior, plenty of y'all joined the bad behavior. And of the people joining the bad behavior, your son becoming one of the people, to join that is quite crazy. But what else do you expect when you have a father, a daddy in your life that is giving you nothing but that as an example, as treating women quite literally as rag dolls, as, masturbation tools, and something to disrespect, belittle, beat on, like everything to Cassie. And this is why I always get so baffled when they be like, oh, that's why, boys need their dads in their life, because they the only one that can treat them how to be a man. But the type of dudes that be in their son's life, look what they showing them. Can y'all see me? Yes, no. This light's kind of falling on me weird. But it's like, look what they, be showing them. Truth be told, like the type of example that Diddy is. Okay, that might be a little bit better. The type of example that Diddy is, I mean, not only is it bad for the sons, but more than anything, I feel for the daughters. Because when I tell you, when you're a daughter and you lose the type of respect for your dad, of looking at him as somebody like, oh, he's the example of the person I could, see myself potentially, marrying a man like him, and that image is shattered. When I tell you, you can't get that back, you can't get it back. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from full-on experience. once that image that, you know, that they teach you a part of the patriarchy, that, you know, a man can't do no wrong, even though he's treating all your mamas and granddaddy and your grandmamas all types of wrong. And most of the time the women hide it. You know, that's what they do. They hide how painful it is to be married to a man and the stuff that you got to put up with. And then finally, when you get older and become a woman and see how the world operates as a woman dating in the world, and then you start realizing, dang, ma, you put up with a lot of shit. Like, you put up with a lot of shit, okay? And for that to be the example that majority of us girls are stuck with, it's the reason why we got the 4B movement going. Like, y'all are telling women, be accountable, pick better. But then when there ain't better to pick, y'all are confused when women are like, okay, all right then, if there ain't better to pick, then I'll just pick me. And the men are confused. They are flabbergasted because that's not how men operate. Men operate by, as they say, because, you know, listen to them, they say it. You're either the wife material or you are the placeholder. They say it. Just listen. They be telling, and that's another thing too. Men, are y'all really mad that women are listening to what y'all are saying? Y'all are mad that women are listening? Because y'all said don't with us. Y'all said we are terrible human beings. Y'all said, like, y'all are telling us constantly all the time, choose better. But then when a lot of y'all ain't getting picked, y'all sitting there looking Confucius like, oh, how dare you? Because I'm told since I was a wee little boy that a woman was made for me. She was made to be my helpmate, as y'all like to put it. Made to be there to support me, to support my masculinity. She's supposed to make me feel needed, right? But in all actuality, you niggas got a problem. And the women are waking up and y'all are mad about it. But the thing is, what are y'all as men gonna do? Like, for real, for real. And so when we have situations, like I said, with Diddy, going back to him, he tried to clean it up. Y'all know how men love to do that, reinventing. They read 1 or 2 books and feel like they become a new man, i.e. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon, you shut up. Like, you keep trying to do these little meetings with Iyanla and Umar called your ass out heavy. I meant to do a video on that where you just fake like you're wanting to be a better man. You don't really want to be a better man, but you put on the appearance because men know what women have said, what they're looking for. I'm looking for a man with emotional intelligence. So what do? They put on the puka shells. They, you know, have a few books in their car and make it look like they reading. You know, might possibly write a little poetry, you know, put on the facade, right? And women buy into it. And then once you are stuck, you know, in the emotional bind, that's where it becomes hard to let go of them, because at that point when they know that you, oh, she done got a taste of the you know, the honey that, you know, makes her see me in a certain way, that's when they start acting up. Y'all know they start acting up when they feel like you are hooked, right? I.e. when women have babies, that's the hook, right? That's the safety net for a lot of men. When the baby comes, they start acting a plumb fool. But overall, it's like y'all aren't changing your behavior. And so, like I said, I feel bad for Diddy's girls, because it's like, dang, y'all really put on the facade, brother love. You ain't trying to love nothing. That's what I said in my last video. If y'all didn't hear, I have a theory. He did the same thing to Russell Simmons. Oh, I'm gonna do yoga and meditate and all that type of stuff to present myself as a good man. And so Diddy thought, oh, I'm gonna change my name to love and brother love. And if I change my title, then maybe, just maybe, it'll make me embody that type of person. Maybe I can live up to the name and bring on those characteristics of being brother love. But the problem is, in order to do that, that means you gotta deal with your inner shit. And a lot of you men, especially men with money and power, the last thing y'all do is work on your inner shit. Point blank, period. So yeah, now your son is wrapped up in all the mess, Christian and that other one, Justin. And you know, it's this thing of like, oh, it's his sons, his boys, and it's like, yeah, but they grown men now, and we just gonna see what happens. A girl said it was on a yacht that Christian was acting out, and he, you know, is on audio saying a whole bunch of stuff. Like, madness. That's all I can say. And Cat Williams said 2024 is gonna be the year of truth, okay? And ever since then, it literally has been, you know, week after week of just truth telling, point blank period. And Diddy got his house blown up by Homeland Security, and now, shoot, we don't know where he at. They got Russell Simmons. So speaking of Russell Simmons, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. Miss Aoki, okay? Miss Aoki, she was so cute growing up, but now she's 21 dating a 65-year-old. Now, when I saw the picture, of course I was disgusted, because not only was he an old man, he was an old white man. Not only was he an old white man, but he was an ugly old white man. Like, he didn't give no type of distinguished gentleman, salt and pepper, you know, George Clooney. That man gave old decrepit, the Grim Reaper is his second cousin, like, on his way out, osteoporosis. Like, that's the type of white man he was. And to see them on the beach kissing, I couldn't. But why are we shocked? Like, seriously, there's no reason to be surprised, because look at her parents. Look at that story. Her dad did the same literally, he did the same stuff. Met Miss Kimora Lee when she was 17, but waited till she was 19. Y'all know how they like to do, creep in the bushes. Yo, when I tell you this month is good, ooh, that's good. Yeah, you know, they just creep in the bushes and wait for the girls to get legal age so they don't go to jail, right? And so now, you know, she may be 21, but something that you learn as you get older, you think you grown at 20 something, and then you become, you know, 25, 26, and you realize, oh, I was not grown. I don't know what the fuck I thought I was. Like, first of all, men, y'all talk about, oh, younger women, this and that. Y'all shouldn't be dating a girl with an underdeveloped brain, because that's what that is. That girl's brain is underdeveloped, right? And y'all get with these girls who don't have life experience, who don't know how to set boundaries with men, and the power dynamics is always going to be in a man's favor. Sorry, y'all, if this video's been leaning the whole time, I apologize, but I don't, you know, want to constantly be changing this. Y'all just gonna have to look at me kind of crooked, unless I can fix it in editing. But yeah, it is like, we know what they don't get with these young girls and say to themselves, or see them and say, oh, you know, I want to help uplift her. I want to give her the world. I want to, you know, make her become a better human being or a better woman. They see a 20-something-year-old and think, that's my next target. That's my next, you know, victim that I'm gonna siphon from. They siphon the youth energy, time, and men, you are thieves. And that, y'all, and that's why I think for women, they're not getting the magnitude of why women are so upset, is because y'all are stealing the most expensive thing from women, and that is their time. Y'all complain about money, but regardless of if you go to debt, broke, whatever, there's always an opportunity to get the money back. But time, there is no getting back time. Once I've had a child, there is no, you know, like, taking back the child. Everything that women are risking when it comes to a relationship with a man, those are permanent things, right? And so it's just like, the men are okay scamming women out of those things so they get their fix of, you know, feeling like a man, or making sure to other, you know, to society, they appear as they are, you know, in charge of something, because that's what it is for men. I got this household, so it looks good, you know, because I'm in charge of something, you know. And whole time, your kids, your wife is depressed. You ain't been to your son's basketball game in I don't know how long. You don't even know how to cook a well-balanced meal if your wife is tired. And steady along. On top of that, you've been cheating on her for the last 6 months. Like, that's really what's happening behind these households. But once again, who's it up to make it look good? The woman. Remember, the woman ain't supposed to make her man look bad, and if they break up, she's not supposed to bash him at all. And that's the problem. Y'all want to do all the dirt, but then when it comes time to, you know, reveal the type of man you are, y'all don't want to address it. But Aoki, being with the 65-year-old, he's like the co-owner of Serafina. Yikes. All I can say is yikes. I can't imagine that man's limp dick even work anymore. Like, that is just, that's all I can say is, I couldn't imagine trying to wank off a little nasty ringworm of a dick. Like, I can't, Ooh, this ain't been good the whole time. That sip didn't even taste right. Ooh. Oh, man, Aoki, I don't know how you do it, y'all. But Kimura, I hope you talk to your daughter behind scenes. You know, give her the 411 to let her know that these men is nothing but predators when they come to you. But it also is like, it's always more noticeable when women or girls, quote unquote, have these quote unquote daddy issues, because it's apparent in the women and the men that they date. But men, you have daddy issues too. But that's another conversation, because the way y'all act them out is by being shitty men to women, right? You always talk about women, you pick a man based upon your father, and typically that ends with a conversation of choose better, right? So if the conversation of the lack of a good father is for women to choose better, then does that not translate to you men also don't know how to be better? Be a good man? Right, okay? So yeah, you guys, Aoki, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what you feel about Aoki, her dating that old decrepit ass, wrinkly golden raisin of a man. Yeah, well, oh Lord, fix it, Jesus. But few more topics. Who else did I want to talk about really quick? Latasha, girl. Hey, Latasha, cut it out. Y'all heard Latasha trying to put a lawsuit for the trademark of Exscape, because they announced they was going on tour. Okay, Exscape and SWV is going on tour, and literally cut it out. Literally cut it out, child, because you put yourself in this mess. You are the one who decided that you was gonna follow your man Rocky over the cliff, and now you over there over the cliff up against the rocks, okay, twitching, you know, trying to survive, while you watch them go on tour and make buku's money because you wanted to be the Beyonce of the group, not realizing that you can't be no Beyonce when you scamming your own family, heifer. You still ain't answered the question of where is your sister's money? Where is the money? Okay? Where is the checks? Scammer. Latasha, we still ain't forgot, child. And now here you are. But didn't her sister say at the end of that Exscape TV show? She said, girl, you gonna end up back at mama's house broke messing with that man. Y'all. She ain't telling a lie, because I don't think Latasha too far off from it, because y'all know Rocky was found with that another woman, like in Vegas or something like that. So Latasha, I don't know what you need to do, but trying to fight this trademark is not going to stop them, because y'all already have an alternate for Exscape, which is like X3 or something like that. So you trying to put up this guard, this boundary to make it harder for them to go on tour is only doing the reverse of trying to make them not succeed or give you a chance of reconciling with them. Because honestly, if you before all that other shit, had you tucked your tail, apologized, and, you know, took accountability, I really think they would have took you back. But the problem is, you kept up the bullshit, and I'm sure Rocky, you know, with a lot of mental manipulation, played a huge part in that. But at some point, as a grown woman, it's like you gotta snap out of it, get your head out of the clouds, and, you know, and understand, okay, what benefits me, what works for me, not what works for Rocky, because Rocky, all he ever thought about was himself. Okay, but what works for me? And you didn't do that, which is why you at where you at right now, outside the trademark office, you know, waiting for them to open up so you can be spiteful to the women. But let's see how that plays out, y'all. But yeah, Latasha, and then there was one last thing I could have swore I wanted to talk about. It was Sexyy Red, Aoki, Christian, Latasha, um let's see, who else was it? Sexyy Red, Latasha, Diddy, Christian, Aoki. I kind of feel like that was it, y'all. If there is something else or that I haven't talked about that's in the the blogs or whatnot, y'all let me know. I'm about to go in here and listen to some more Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion. When I tell you I'm hot girl, hey, hot girl summer finna be lit, okay? Finna be lit. Glorilla, Cuban on Cuban, mush and legs, ho. Yeah, Glow. We got to, okay? We got to do the hot girl summer. But yeah, you guys, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I think that's it. Let me go in here. It's getting hot in this car. Y'all drop down in the comments. Tell me what you feel about Aoki getting with that old ass man. What you feel about Christian now being a part of, this lawsuit with Cassie. How do you feel about Sexyy Red and her being invited to the high school and her impact on the culture per se? And yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.